beautifuls, this is Aromie here, and welcome back to, not Amnesia Memories, what the heck, Dandelion, which is brought to you. So, last episode, we had, I guess, another contemplation with Gion. He kind of pinned us to a wall, and his creepy self came out again, and so tired of it, but Jawul was talking to us again in his nasty way. His nasty, mean way, but he's caring at the same time, just not showing it correctly. Hey, Dumbo, are you managing your health these days? Who's going to do all the cooking and cleaning if you get sick? Jawul commented, watching me as I picked at the food. I have no appetite these days. That's because your cooking is horrible. Even grass can taste different depending on how well you... Shut up, sissy rabbit. Food giver's not in a good mood these days. Jawul and Jisu bickered at each other as always. The house was livelier with Jion around. Now I can't find Jion's trace anywhere in the house. I could always smell the fruit-scented shampoo in the bathroom because he liked to take a shower. There were orange peels on the living room table. Milady, if you're not feeling well, you had better take a rest. No. It's so pathetic to me of me to think of Jion, causing everyone to become worried about me. I'm dumb. He mistreated me, and yet I still think about him. I feel like bursting into tears. I have to say it. 1 month later, I won't be here. I have to tell them as early as possible so that the animals can prepare to move to somewhere else. I should speak, but I choked up. My lips were quivering. I had no idea that saying goodbye is so difficult. I smell something unusual. What smell? I can't smell anything. That's because rabbits' olfactory organs are more developed than cats. Hey, who says so? The smell seems to come from under the sink. I can't smell it. I guess they have keener nose than I do since they're animals. Hold on. Under the sink. That's where... Well, let's open it up and see. Just straight it to the sink. I don't trust this. No! I shouted, but the door was already opened. What are these? Pungent odor began to spread out all over the kitchen. I didn't want to see them or whatever. I intentionally put them in there because seeing them will remind me of the oranges are all spoiled. What a waste. I'll throw them away. I stood up and walked to the sink. The putrid smell was even stronger up close. I can't believe I didn't notice it. The dry oranges with white fungus on them looked tacky, just like me. Oranges are the best remedy when you're depressed. What have I been doing all this time when they were rotting away in the sink cabinet? I feel like a fool. What went wrong? Why didn't she put in a bowl and put it in the middle of the table so if anyone ever wanted some, just get it? How did things turn out this way? Unable to pick up the orange box, I sank down onto the floor in front of the sink cabinet. This is why I hid them. I didn't want to see them because they would make me cry. Because they would remind me of Jion. Because... I'm lazy as hell. No, I'm kidding. Because I know that I now have to forget about him. But why are you crying all of a sudden? Are you okay? Jisul seems to have been taken back. Well, actually, I have to tell them that we'll no longer be able to eat meals like this together. That everything will soon be over. I have to go back to Mom. What? I wanted to be strong in front of them, but here I am sitting down on the floor crying. I don't mean to act like this. I am going back to Seoul. When? Will you come back here? I feebly shook my head. What? You mean for good? When? When will you go? A month later. The house became silent. I quickly wiped the tears off my face. I shouldn't cry like this in front of everyone. Why did you make such a decision? I took a deep breath and slowly opened my mouth. Because now I have no idea why I'm even here. I know I feel foolish. I didn't tell them the truth. I'd rather just be thought of as a fool and say farewell to everyone with a smiling face. Isn't this because of Jion? I avoided Jisu's eyes. Hey, go to your room. What? I'll clean up, so go to your room. But go in and get some sleep. Look in the mirror to see how horrible you look. Though his words were impudent, I knew that Jisu was trying to take care of me. I don't want to see those oranges right now. Okay. It's better to cry loudly in my room, for me who just doesn't know when to give up, and for the animals who have to leave their home because of me. cry away the tears. I'm pretty sure that Jisoo is probably gonna try to look for Jiyoon and be like, hey, stupidhead, you should come back home because owner's like, well, food giver is in a very unstable stage, all because of you. So I'm gonna quickly do all this very boring, very slow process because Jiyoon's not here compared to June, where June was always home, so I could always like talk to him. But since June's not home, I'm just doing boringness. So yeah, I'll be right back. Alrighty, and that actually didn't take too long. So I was gonna be really worried because I was like, wait, it's already April. Like we're halfway through April. Why is nothing happening? Anyway, the living room now looks completely different. I miss the messy living room with clothes, remote control, and candy wrappers strewn everywhere. The house is now empty. The animals are nearly done and preparing to leave home. Jisoo, when will you go out? I hear that Jae and June have already found a place to move into. Jae's modeling agency arranged it for them. I don't know, next weekend probably? Do you find a place? Or did you find a place? Well, yeah. Where? The owner of the fish shop told me that he'll feed me and give me a place to stay if I work for him. He said that more customers would come to his shop if I were to work there. Fish shop? Yes. A cat working at a fish shop? Yeah, so what? That worries me a little bit. How about Jewel? I hear that he's gonna stay at a temple in a mountain, right? Oh, so he's still gonna stay at a mountain. Okay. What? Temple? He'll adapt well in the mountain. His ancestors was a hare anyway. Is that so? I'm relieved though. Everyone has a place to go, a new life to begin. I am the only one who does not have a clear future. Food giver. Yes? You're still not thinking about Jion, are you? I couldn't answer him. You'd better forget him as soon as possible. The next time I see him, I'm gonna have to punch him. One thing for sure is that I'm still thinking about Jion, even at this very moment. What I miss the most is the empty house. What I miss the most in this empty house is Jion's traces. You're going to Seoul because of Jion, right? What? How do you... I could tell by your face, and it isn't like you to just abruptly announce that you're leaving for Seoul. Was it that obvious? I hung my head, unable to look at Jisoo's face. That Jion twerp. Just wait until I see him. Jisoo? Huh? If you see Jion, tell him I'm sorry. What? Tell him I'm sorry because I made him angry and that I hope he doesn't trick people anymore. He might become angry again, thinking that it's none of my business, but if Jisoo were to meet Jion, I really hope that he'll convey this message. Food giver. Jisoo looked at me with worried eyes. Anyway, if you need help or anything, call me, okay? Thank you, Jisoo, and I'm sorry. You're always welcome. I don't mind if you use me whenever you feel what? Use? Use him? Why is he suddenly saying that? I'm always on your side. Oh, I can't wait for his story. Yes, thank you. I was really happy to hear that. Once Jisoo leaves, I won't be able to hear from anyone anymore. After next week, everything would be. I don't know why I was gonna say would be quiet, but would be gone. And I as well. Wow, no one's home. That's usually never happened before. But, I mean, I thought it would be a little bit longer, but it's not. So I'm just gonna continue doing this and maybe something will pop up. Maybe. Alrighty, and we are back with another cutscene. Didn't last that long, thank God. I was really getting bored. The art club exhibition. There we go. It's now just around the corner. Are Hajay and I the only ones left in the room? Oh, I want to do my best since this was my last time participating in the exhibition. As a matter of fact, I won't be able to draw anymore, not when I live with Mom. I slowly put down the brush. Hey Jung, aren't you going home? Hajay was already picking his belongings. It's really late, so I thought about dropping you off at your home. I don't want to go home. It is empty because everyone had already left. I don't want to be alone in that house. I'd rather just stay here and work all night long. I want to do my best, it is my last exhibition and last picture. I feel like that's not how you're supposed to pronounce it. Go ahead. I think I'm going to spend the night here. Really? You're working way too hard. Uh, nah. Maybe. I looked at the canvas in front of me. This is the last one. I reminded myself feeling gloomy. Hajung. Jay had a sad look on his face. Hajung, I think you should stay here. What? Because you look the happiest when you draw. I felt a lump in my throat. Yes, it definitely was fun. It was definitely fun. When I do what I like, I felt as if I was getting closer to happiness. But I can't do it anymore. Thank you. I hurriedly cut Hijay off, because if I hear more, it's going to make me feel miserable. You go on in. I forced myself to smile at Hijay. Hajung, I looked at the canvas in front of me. See you tomorrow. The sound of Hijay's footsteps died away. I could tell what Hijay wanted to say, but I didn't want to hear it. If I heard it, I may not want to leave, so I don't want to hear it. These days, tears filled up my eyes whenever I'm alone. I often cry silently alone in my room at night. I was not this weak, but I miss them. I miss the animals very much. We were always together. Will I ever be able to see them again? Don't cry. I can't develop a habit of crying. Psh! I'm such a crybaby. I at least cry once a day, and it's very terrible. It's very terrible, because I don't think that's normal at all. I need to be perfect in front of Mom. I need to do my best to show her that I'm a different person now. I don't want to be the same person as I was 4 years ago. I thought that I heard someone call me. Jung, this voice. Whoa, why is everything splattered everywhere? When I opened my eyes, I saw a big canvas and brushes and paints in front of me. Oh, I must have fallen asleep in the club room. Hajung. Huh? In front of me. In front of me was Yon. Is it really you? Am I dreaming? No, I don't care if it's a dream or not. I'm just glad that we're able to meet again. So glad. My vision became blurry. I thought that we would never see each other again. But thank God we did. I had so many things to tell him, and the thought of leaving without telling him any of those things just made me so sad. I do not like saying his name. Jion. I stretched out my hands. Is it really you? Is it really? I can see that Jion's left cheek has been bruised. He got hurt again. Jion, did you get hurt again? What are you doing here? You didn't do something wrong again, did you? Oops, I know that Jion doesn't like to hear that, but I couldn't help it. I had so many things to tell Jion. So much that it would take more than a day to tell him everything. But now that he's in front of me, I'm afraid that he'll leave again. I thought that he was gone forever. I'm sorry, Jion. I'm sorry for everything, for making you angry. So please don't disappear in front of me anymore. I don't care if this is a dream or not. Please don't go. Just listen to me for a moment. Don't scare me like you did last time and just leave. If she thinks this is a dream, I would assume she would say these things to him. Hijung, you're so dumb. Didn't you understand what I had told you? Joan spoke in a weak voice. Yeah, I think I'm really dumb. I will think about it multiple times a day. What could I have done to make you not leave? What could I have done to not make things the way they were now? Although it was all over, although I knew that I couldn't turn back the time, I just didn't want to accept the reality. Sorry. Huh? I noticed the tears were streaming down my cheeks. Sorry, I try not to cry. I could feel my body heating up. Is this not a dream? I could also feel my head throbbing. Hurry, I had to tell him before he leaves again. Jion, please listen to what I have to say. I won't ask you to believe me, and I won't ask you to stay with me. Thank you for making me laugh while during the time we spent together. Have no bear, I'll protect you. Whether that's the real you or not, it doesn't matter anymore. I'll call you whenever I want to hear your voice. You're special, so you're number 1 on my speed dial list. I loved your bright smile. Oranges are the best remedy when you're depressed. I really did. For the first time, I wanted to be a part of someone else's life. So, thank you. Wherever you are, whatever you do, I wish you all the happiness. You probably don't even want me to do that, but I'm glad. That's all. That I was able to tell you this. It's not a dream. It's real. It's real because he's obviously hugging us, I think. Is he hugging us? June's arms were not as warm as I expected. Oh, it's not a dream. He must have been out for a long time. My head ached. I still couldn't tell if this was a dream or reality. What am I supposed to do? June's body was trembling. You're just a complete fool. No matter what I tell you, how much I threaten you. You're not the boss of me. Why won't you run away from me? Well, technically I am, because I'm moving to Seoul now. What else am I supposed to do? I'm glad. June didn't get mad. I don't want to hurt you anymore, sorry. June, so that scary guy, he wasn't the real you, right? I didn't care if it was a dream. I was just grateful that June came to see me. And he's not angry. He listened and hugged me. Is this really a dream? I was afraid of you getting close to me, and so I did those awful things to you. But why? Why are you concerned about me? I told you not to. I told not to. What? I told you not to many, many times, and you won't even listen. Why? I'm just a piece of trash. And yet, why are you so nice to me? Because I'm nice like that, alright? Jion, you're nice. Too nice for your own good. Too nice like her. Jion wrapped his hands around my back, and he hugged me gently. My heart gradually began to beat. I was gonna say feet, because the B and the faster, okay. Beat faster. I could feel Jion's body warming up. I was scared. Everyone who was kind to me all ended up being miserable, so I was scared. I knew it. It was a phase. That you'll end up being like that. That if you come any closer, you too will end up being miserable. Become miserable for being close to him? Why did I think that? I'm okay. I stroked Jion's trembling back. I couldn't fully understand what he meant, but I felt that I need to reassure Jion. You're not okay. Because of me, you paid so much money, and now you're leaving. How? How did he know that I'm going to leave because of Jisoo, not Jwoo? I ran into Jisoo by chance, and he told me, and I was really told off. He told me that I'd really hurt your feelings. I feel so pathetic, causing trouble for everyone. A guy like me, it's better that I just die alone. Don't say that. You butthole. Better to die alone. Why do you say so? Jung, please, just forget about me. I'm begging you, don't do anything for me now. I can't even threaten you anymore, so it's better that you just leave me. Don't try to protect me, if not, you will be unhappy. Please. Jion's voice was shaking. Jion, you know what? After I'm completing everyone's route, I'm gonna play it again on my own, but with their voices, because I'm pretty sure I will be bawling my eyes out with voices. Leave him? If I had thought of leaving him, I would have done it already. But here I am, in front of him. Missing him. Wanting him to come back, being concerned about him every day. It felt as if my world was falling apart when I had realized that we may never meet again. Seeing Jion's traces disappearing from home broke my heart. I want to give him back his smile. There's no way that I could ever abandon him. But we gotta go to Seoul, so how are we gonna do that? This feeling of mine. Since when? Since when did I develop this feeling? Before I knew it, I could think of no one but Jiwon. I was scared by his unfamiliar behaviors, but I wanted to know him. Although he would act threatening, I could not give him up. I had a glimpse of hope that he would one day return to how he was. The reason why I was able to hope, despite getting hurt, is because since when did I begin to like you? The reason why I secretly followed him. The reason why I opened his wallet. Because I'm one nosy girlfriend. No, I'm kidding. The reason why I borrowed money from mom. Everything was because I like you. I couldn't leave you alone, and I couldn't abandon you. My confession came out very naturally. So don't resist me. I want to stay with you, June. I finally told him. GG. His reaction is to laugh at me. How great. Despite everything I did to you, you still like me? I could still vividly remember June's menacing attitude, but I believe that it wasn't the real you. I'm trying to like take breaks on my voice because it's really hurting. June's body had become completely warm now. Hijang, you're going to regret this decision. I don't care. Even if something misfortunate happens to me, just as you had said, I can't leave you no matter what. You'll really greatly regret it. You'll become miserable, but it's okay. Yeah, I could think of nothing else but you. It's okay. Whatever happens, I don't care. I warned you, but you were just too stubborn. Yes. Don't go blaming me later. Okay. June repeatedly confirmed my answer. Then, let's go back. June finally came back to the June I know. June released me from his arms. Is this not a dream? June was gazing at me warmly. Let's go home. Home. So we can go home together? Sure. On my way back home, I'm not alone anymore. That was very long. Very powerful. Yes, I had to work on the loving. But he's satisfied with everything else, so that's cool. I'm fine with that. But that's gonna be it for today, since I did go a little overboard and my voice is being a pain. So I'm gonna go drink some more water, and I'll pick back up recording for tomorrow's episode, I believe. I'm not sure. But thank you guys for watching. Stay beautiful, and I'll see you guys in the next one.